Hey, Commanders fans, tune in because we've got some very important information coming and you need to know everything. Here on the channel, you'll find all the latest news about our team with breaking news and everything a true Commanders fan needs to know. So, first of all, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell because here you'll receive everything firsthand and never be out of date. Oh, and leave your like right now to strengthen this incredible community and show that Commanders fans are always there. No more ado, hang in there, because today's news is unmissable. Now, let's get straight to the point. The Commanders' draft bust goes down quietly, seeking one last chance at redemption. This could be their last chance. There aren't many draft picks left from the Ron Rivera era. For every success story, there are 3 or 4 failures. The Washington Commanders are on the right track now, but that has nothing to do with how the previous coach approached his college picks. Many of Rivera's high-profile picks haven't lived up to even the most modest expectations. Adam Peters has gotten rid of almost all of them. Some have gotten opportunities elsewhere. Others are looking for jobs after failing to thrive, which is a damning indictment of the evaluations and personnel decisions over a disastrous 4-year stretch in franchise history. One of Rivera's draft busts never took off in Washington. Matthysse was a luxury pick in the second round of 2022 when the Commanders had more than enough depth on their defensive line at the time. Injuries and poor performance meant the Alabama player was barely halfway through his rookie contract when Peters released him. Former Commanders' second-round pick joins Buffalo Bills practice squad. Matthysse joined the New York Jets, but failed to make the 53-man roster this summer. Some wondered if that would be his last NFL appearance, but the interior defensive lineman somehow missed his chance to redeem himself. Just when all hope seemed lost for Matthysse, the Buffalo Bills signed him to their practice squad. They are currently dealing with some injury issues on defense and cannot afford to sit out after confirming their status as Super Bowl favorites with a stunning comeback victory over the Baltimore Ravens. Larry Ogunjobi is suspended, and Dwayne Carter is on injured reserve. Michael Hocht is also serving a suspension, so there may be a chance Matthysse could be activated on game days with a smooth transition to a different environment. Considering Matthisse's recent career trajectory, this is highly doubtful. He's always had some useful physical gifts. It's putting them together that's the hard part. The Neville High School alumnus underperformed during the Jets training camp, leaving him facing an inevitable fate. Matthysse needs to recognize this situation for what it is: a last chance to establish himself and remain with a legitimate title contender this season. Easier said than done. Matthysse needs to hit the ground running, stay healthy, and make the most of his physical attributes. Injury report confirms what Commanders fans already knew about Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels is ready to go. Jayden Daniels carries the weight of an entire franchise on his shoulders. The Washington Commanders quarterback proved he has the depth to handle that phenomenal expectation last season during his rise to stardom as a rookie. It wasn't perfect, but he did enough to get his second season off to a strong start in Week 1 against the New York Giants. Daniels immediately turned the page. The Commanders embarked on a short week ahead of their Thursday night football matchup against the Green Bay Packers. It's a mouth-watering matchup between two clubs with lofty ambitions. But for the second overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, it's just another day at the office. There was mild concern among the fans when Daniels appeared on the injury report scheduled for earlier in the week. Washington listed its starter as a regular participant during Monday's presentation with a right wrist issue. Nothing to worry about, but something to monitor nonetheless. Jayden Daniels is ready for the Commanders' primetime matchup as expected. The former LSU standout was quick to allay those concerns. Daniels was seen in his usual sweatshirt at Tuesday's practice. While nothing has been confirmed for sure, the final injury report confirmed what fans already knew. Daniels is ready to go, as always. There was no sign of the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year on Washington's final injury report before heading north. Whatever wrist complication Daniels was reportedly suffering from, It wasn't even close to keeping him out of action. It was likely due to the Commanders' extreme caution the day after the game, and nothing more. Everything is going according to plan. Daniels has the poise, precision, impeccable demeanor, and elite mentality to ensure the Commanders never miss a beat. Lambeau Field will be a hostile environment, but the Cajon High School alumnus proved time and time again last season that he's the man for the big occasion. Adam Peters aggressively bolstered the roster during another busy offseason. However, the Commanders will only go as far as Daniels takes them. Fortunately, his wrist injury wasn't serious, and everyone can breathe a sigh of relief. The Packers shouldn't be prepared for anything less than Daniels' presence on the field. They have a plan in mind, but planning for the dynamic dual threat is much simpler than limiting his influence when it comes to getting things done. Commanders signed punter Mitch Wishnowsky to the practice squad and released tight end Lawrence Cager. The Washington Commanders made a significant move on Wednesday, announcing the signing of punter Mitch Wishnowsky to the practice squad. To make room on the roster, the team had to release tight end Lawrence Cager. The decision is directly linked to the situation of starting punter Tressway, who left Sunday's 21-6 victory over the New York Giants with back pain after having a punt blocked and falling during the play. The team's communications department reported that Way was questionable to return, but because the incident occurred late in the game, he did not need to return to the field. On Monday, Washington did not hold a full practice, only an inspection, and released an estimated injury report. In this document, Way was listed as DNP, did not practice due to the back issue. On Tuesday, he was able to participate in limited situations, which wasn't enough to reassure Dan Quinn's coaching staff. Given this situation, the Commanders decided to bring Wishnowsky to the practice squad, ensuring continuity in the special teams unit, both punting and field goal-attempting duties. Wishnowsky, a native of Perth, Australia, was selected in the 4th round of the 2019 NFL Draft by the San Francisco 49ers. In 6 seasons with the California franchise, he accumulated 310 punts, averaging 45.6 yards, and recorded only 20 touchbacks. Another strength of his performance is his accuracy. 44.5% of his punts ended inside the opponent's 20-yard line, a statistic that places him among the most consistent punters in the NFL in recent years. To facilitate his arrival, the Commanders had to make room on the practice squad and opted to release Lawrence Cager. The tight end, now in his 4th year in the NFL, has 19 receptions and 2 touchdowns during his stints with the New York Giants and New York Jets. Now, the big question is Tressway's recovery. With the game against the Green Bay Packers this Thursday night, the team is racing against time. If Way isn't fully fit, Mitch Wishnowsky emerges as a reliable and experienced option to handle punting duties and provide stability on Washington's special teams.